I'm quite hard on myself sometimes, and I think some of the videos we've done sort of on a weekly basis, I'm sort of a bit disappointed, a bit down, mainly based on positions in certain races. But when I actually sort of analyse things and look back at where I was this time last year, because we've been doing this now just over 12 months, my times and the power that I'm sort of putting out on the bike and my position is far superior than I was this time last year. So, and I know where I ended up at the end of the year at the World Championships, which is probably the fittest that I've been prior to now. I ended the season quite strong. From anywhere near what I am now to in September, which is the European Championships, I should be competitive. It's been a tough year. I've had a lot of ups. I think I said on one of the original videos there'll be lots of ups and downs, and there is, you know, and I know in my business career you have a lot of ups and downs, but as long as you keep on that trajectory where you want to try and get to, I think that's it. That's the important part, really. I'm a better athlete. I understand a little bit more. I've got a lot more data now than I ever had. I'm sort of being consistent, touch wood. I think I've done that twice today. I haven't had a lot of injuries, so the consistency's there. I'm training day in, day out, and I do feel like I'm a hell of a lot better athlete. And I'm only disappointed now that I'm not on podiums. You know, a year ago I'd have been over the moon to be on, even to be contemplating that. And now to be disappointed that you're not on podiums is, you know, it just shows how I've progressed as an athlete. I mean, the running was always there. I think this is the next stage really now, is becoming more competent on both the road bike and the TT bike. And I do feel like I have got better, but I still need to improve there. And one of the big things when we do go to altitude is to spend a hell of a lot more time on the bike outdoors and try to hone them skills. And I think the other thing is what I want to do now is race smart. I want to be racing now, whereas before it's just a matter of turning up, trying my hardest and seeing if whatever the outcome's the outcome. Now I've got to be smart as well. Doing course rec is, you know, finding out where you can maybe have a slight break on a course and where you do need to push, both on the bike. I analysed the last race at Croft, and I'd ran a PB on the first 5k of the 10k, and then I'd sort of crashed and burned on the second part of the 5k, which I can't have that happening. Even though the bike was still strong, you know, I don't mind if I run it on the second part of the 5k of the 10k, but you know, it's just being a bit smarter when I'm racing now. It's trying to hone them skills and trying to find out who I'm in the race with, where they are in the race, where their strengths are, and then trying to adapt my race plan to that as well. I'm coming into a different aspect of racing now, I think, and maybe the other guys are a little bit better than me. Good and bad, I suppose. One good thing, I really enjoy it. As daft as it sounds, I do really enjoy it. I really enjoy the processing, going out and thinking about the content, what videos we're going to do next, and you know, it does really interest me. On the other positive side as well, I've had a lot of people coming up to me and saying they're watching the videos. I had a guy even this morning, and I didn't even realise he was watching them, with a guy that I use for my bike repairs. Said to me that he's been watching some of the videos and he's sort of inspired to get back into racing, because he's seen, you know, because he was at a pretty similar level to me when we were at a training club together, and he's sort of saying, oh, he really inspired me to sort of get fitter again, have another go at it. And I've had a lot of people come up to me saying the same sort of thing at races, which is great, and I really enjoy that element of it, and that's been good. But I also think it creates pressure. It sort of creates pressure that, you know, if you have a bad race, or you know that you've still got to put a video out, and people then, you've got a pressure to perform at every single race, and that motivates me. On the other side of it, it motivates me to, if I don't fancy doing a session. It reminded me actually when I drove back from France. I sort of driven back 8 hours, 9 hours, and I knew I had a bike session to do, and it would have been so much easier just to say, oh, bin it off and go sit on the couch and have a beer. But motivates me to actually to go back on the turbo for an hour and whatever to actually to put that bike session in there. So because I don't want to disappoint, I still want to to get this lofty goal. I still want to try and sort of achieve what I set out to achieve 2 years ago, but obviously a year since we've been doing the videos and talking about it verbally, I had a goal myself for a year, which I kept under the hat, but then I've sort of obviously put it out into the public domain that I want to be the world champion at a certain thing that I've only been doing 2 or 3 years, and you know, that's sort of quite a thing to do when you've actually put it out for everybody to know what your ambitions are. So it puts a lot of pressure on as well.